Hello everyone, nice to meet you again. Let's begin our new lesson, the simple present, on the series of the academic writing for these Longman series of books, the book 1, chapter 2. Today is the third session of the chapter 2, and that is the simple present. Simple present. Use verbs in simple present to describe routine and habits, actions that happen again and again. Habits. So what are habits? Habits are actions that happen again and again. For example, I always eat lunch with friends. Our class meets at 7 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursdays. So a class meets at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is a recurring action. It is occurring all the time. So we describe a simple present. We describe it with a simple present. I always eat lunch with my friends. I always eat lunch with my friends. The form of a simple present verb depends on the subject of the verb. So sometimes the form of the verbs depend on the subject of the verb. For I and you, we say sleep, but for he, she, it, we say sleeps. And for the plural subjects, we, you, they sleep. So for all other, it's sleep, but it is only for he, she, it, the third person, that it takes an S. So this S actually, I want to elaborate something. It doesn't show a plural form here. It's not a noun. You just do not confuse this S with the S's that we added at the end of nouns. Like if it is book, so and the plural form is books. Books. This is books, and that means many books. A math book, 2-3 math books, or anything, any books, or notebooks. So that adds S. So these are nouns. They become plural form. But when we have verbs and they take S, that means they have been used with the third person, the he, she, it subject pronouns. So with our subjects, supposedly if we say eat, if our verb is eat, then I, we, you, they. We all, I eat, we eat, you eat, they eat. It becomes eat. But for he, she, and it, he, she, it eats. He eats, she eats, it eats. It just shows the form of the verb that has been used. It doesn't show that he is eating more. This is a funny thing because sometimes this is confused with the nouns, the S that is used at the end of the nouns. And this is a very confusing thing, in fact, for some students. You just need to remember this much of it. And now adding s also, it has kind of similar rules again to the plural form of the nouns, but the main thing, the difference is for the verbs it doesn't show that it is plural. It's just a form of the verb. It's the same verb. It has the same meaning. It doesn't change the meaning, this s at the end. It's just that with e, she, it, if we use a verb, we have to add an s or an es or an ies to the end of the verb. So now the rules here: after e, she, it, or a singular noun subject, the verb ends in s, es, or ies. So we will add s, es, or ies to the verb. These are third person singular, subject and verbs. So we call them this. The verb have is irregular. It is not like the other verbs. So have doesn't become haves. It is irregular. It becomes has, he has, she has, it has. Supposedly e boys. So if we would have been using where we would have been using we buy. E buys things online. We buy things online. If you would have been used we or you buy things online. But e buys things online. She does homework after school. Now we have added s instead of for do. We do, they do, e do, they do, you do, we do, I do. But he does, she does, it does, and Ahmed does, a singular person, a noun. My mother worries. My mother worries about me. So I, you, we, they have, he, she, it, has. For have, the verb have, it is irregular, so it is has. See Appendix C4, page 203 for spelling rules for third person and verbs. 203. So I think we will go to, let's go to 220 and let's see where does it take us. Okay, right, we have reached, and this is the 203rd page. Let's see now the spelling rules for third person singular verbs in affirmative sentences. For third person we say it for the verbs: he works. For most verbs add s to the base form of the verb. So for most of them we say works, plays, reads, writes. An s is added. For it, he, she, or another person, like supposedly we say Nazir. So if you see a singular person, a single person is there, the name uses a subject, so it also is he, she, it, and as of the rules it will also take the s. It works, he works, she works, Nazi works, Nazi plays, Nazi reads, Nazi tries, Nazi writes, anything like that. And the second rule is for verbs ending in x, ch, sh, or ss, add es. See, this is very similar to the nouns that we add, and the es adds to them. it's kind of the same, but the only difference that it makes is no boxes, classes, watches, washes. So for all these verbs, box, class, watch, wash, these are all these verbs. For all these verbs, we add es if x is there, or ss, or ch, or sh. For verbs ending in a consonant plus y, change the y to I and add es. Studies, carry, carries, fly, flies. So he studies, she carries, it flies. But I study, we carry, they fly. So here the present progressive. Okay, present progressive we haven't studied yet. So these are the only the spelling rules that we had to study. We had to read from here, and now let's return to our page. That was, I think, 59. I think we have gone too far ahead. Okay, so we were here. We did all this. Now let's do the practice. The practice 8, using simple present verbs. Now in the practices using these simple present verbs, complete each sentence, write the correct form of the verb. Have as I have two roommates, Joe and Michael. Do and does, my roommate and I. So my roommate and I, it's a plural, so that is do. The same things every weekend. Work, works, so Joe works. Joe works at a restaurant on Friday and Saturday nights. Have as it, good pizza. It, with it we will be having again has. Eat, eats. I, there with friends every weekend. I eat. Spend, spends. Michael is a singular noun again, a subject, a single person. What do we use there? Michael spends. Go, goes. E goes. For long rides on his bike. Play, plays. He and his friends. So he and his friends as a subject, it is a plural. So there is one he and then his friends. So the more than one people is here. So it is a plural form, and that it would use this play. He and his friends play soccer too. Have as Joe, Michael and I. Joe, Michael and I. See, there are three people. Use as a subject. Joe, Michael and I. So this is a plural form. And now we have to use have. A good time on weekends. And the verb for the plural is do, Michael, and I. For the plural subject is have. Studies on Saturday evening. We all. So here on Saturday evening, we all is the subject here. And for this we all, because it's plural, we have to use the study, the base form of the verb. Study at the library. Now practice 9. Write the simple present verb. Use the third person singular form. For help with spelling, see the rules on page 203. So fly is, we already saw there that if it is in fly, it would become flies. Maria cooks for her family. He, if it is X, it takes ES. He fixes. The fourth, wash, SH, it takes ES again. Who washes the dish. Who means it is like giving an indication that it is the one person that who will wash the dishes. Who washes the dishes. 5, study. It is ending in a Y, so what we do, we remove Y, we add IES. Watch, Phil watches. She, the verb is have. The she, for the third person, the form is. What is the she? It is has. Rain, it. Okay, rains. She reads her mail, her email. E, and verb is go, so for third person it is goes. Correct. So practice 10. We come to practice 10 and let's see correcting verb errors. Find one verb error in each statement, make corrections. So here they have shown us that I am get up at 7 a.m. This is the wrong one because two verbs cannot be used, either get up or am. I get up at 7 a.m. First, I make. This is again wrong. I take a shower. I take a shower. A hot shower feels good in the morning. A hot shower is it. So you can see that this is like it. It's like equivalent to it. A hot shower is a singular subject. Is a subject. So we say feels, we add here an S. We we has a small TV in kitchen. This is wrong. This should be have, because for subject verb agreement it doesn't agree with each other. They do not agree, the subject and the verbs. We, for with we use the best form of the verb, and that is have. Sometimes we watch, because this is again wrong. They do not agree to each other. We told that es comes only when it is he, she, it, or singular subject. This is wrong. Watch only. Pancakes, my favorite breakfast. Pancakes. Now, here the verb form be shall come. Pancakes are my favorite breakfast. We drink coffee in the morning. We drinks is wrong. S is not there. We drink coffee in the morning. Coffee get me ready for the day. Coffee is now again the subject, is like equivalent to it. It is like the singular subject, so we use gets. Here an s must be added. Gets me ready for the day. Applying vocabulary using word partner. Using word partners. You will need to use word partners when you write about your morning routine. On page 40, review what you learned about word partners. On page 40. Review what you learned about word partners on page 25. Then study this list of verbs and nouns that go together. Sometimes two verbs can go with a noun and both have the same meaning. For example, I have tea in the morning has the same meaning. I drink tea in the morning. Okay, I drink or I have coffee, tea. Make a phone call. Take the bus, my car. Wash, do the dishes. Watch TV. Now they told us that go to page 25. We would be learning okay, this is page 25, and we learned about these word partners. I identify the word partners, circle the verbs. Okay, looking at the vocabulary, word partners. What were word partners? Word partners are words that go together, like the verb wash and the noun face. I wash my face. Do not use the verb clean with face. I clean my face is wrong. I wash my face. These words do not go together. Learning about partners, also called collocation. We call it collocation as well, right? So that is it. Brush my teeth. We say my teeth. We use brush and make. I do many things to get ready for the and we used do here, brush my teeth here, and I make coffee here. We make coffee, we take shower, and I get dressed, fix my hair, and then we have breakfast. So these are the collocations that are very important, that to know which words go together and form a partner. Very important thing. Well, okay, so the word partners are also called collocations, are very important. Using verb plus noun, word partners. Complete the sentences with the verbs from the box. Choose the verb that goes with the bold-faced noun in the sentences. Okay, so we have these verbs here, and now here are nouns. These are bold-faced. We will have to see which one goes better with them. So the first one, in the morning I check my phone for messages. Check. This is check is selected. Next, I take a shower. Take a shower. After that, I have breakfast. Then I do the dishes. Sometimes I make phone calls. I fix my hair before I go out. Fix my hair before I go out. So all are used. The next thing is the write 5 or more true statements about yourself. In each statement, use one verb and one noun from the boxes. Use word partners. Okay. Every morning I make breakfast for my family. So we are supposed to write now 5 statements, like here we have to write. Okay. So let's make the screen bigger so that we can have more space to write and yet have some more things in control. Alright. The verbs are brush, do, fix, make, wash, comb, drink, have, take, watch. Breakfast, coffee, hair, tea, things, bus, coffee, face, shower, teeth, and TV. So I drink coffee. See, drink and coffee come together every afternoon. I brush my teeth twice a day. So brush and teeth. So we say drink and coffee are used. We used brush and teeth. Okay, so I have to use now one another. I fix my hair every day before going out. Let's say I watch TV. I watch TV in the morning. Very unusual thing, right? Sometimes I sometimes I do breakfast. Is it written? Yes. Sometimes I do breakfast. I do breakfast very early. Well, let's see. As early as 5 a.m. So these are my sentences. Make your own. Comment down below. Let's see. The writing process. Now we come to the writing process. Your writing assignment for this chapter will be a paragraph about your morning routine. To complete the assignment, you will follow the steps of the writing process. Step 1 in that process is revise and edit the first draft. Step 3 in that process is revise and edit the first draft. To help you revise and edit, you're going to do peer review. So what is peer review? When you do a peer review, you work with a partner and give each other feedback. You see what you think about your partner's paragraph, and your partner does the same for you. When you look at your partner's paragraph, you need to think about these things: the content, the idea and information, the words and the sentences, the page format. So the content, the idea and the information shared, the words and the sentences, and the page format in the page, indent, capital letters, punctuations, sentence beginnings and endings, sentence lines separation, distance between words and distance between words and the punctuations and all. Those shall be taken into consideration. When you give feedback, it is important to be honest. When something in the paragraph is not clear, ask your partner, what does this mean? When the paragraph needs more information, say what you think is missing. When you see problems in grammar or spelling, tell your partner. When you give feedback, it is also important to be kind. Remember that it is easy to hurt writers' feelings. Always find something nice to say about your partner's work. For example, you can say, your paragraph is interesting. I liked reading about. Nice work. Thank you for showing me your paragraph. Practice 12. Doing a peer review. Work with a partner. Henry and his partner did peer review. Look at the first draft. Answer the questions. What changes does Henry's partner think Henry should make? Do you think they talked about? What do you think they talked about? Do you agree with the feedback? What other problems do you see with this draft? So here, yes, the margin here is not. Should have used margin. Here, he hasn't given date for us in the title. The title should have been a little bit. Okay, this line I think should have been here, and this has been empty. This has been. So this has been written here. Again, this is one paragraph. This should have been starting from here. Here, okay, the cafeteria. The spelling mistake here. Okay, here iPhone is used. That should not be used. So it means, are you talking about the breakfast? I go to my class at 9. That is my morning routine. And this later here. Yeah, I think I think this is a solid work here. I would have asked this title in this page here. They should have add another one, another separation line, another distance between the title and this one. So there is a little bit space is not given. The margin from there and the margin from the bottom, I think this has been probably cut from this, but the top margin should have been also bigger. So the margin from the top is also not there. And here this shouldn't be written outside. This should have been written there. Here should have been used an indent. Okay, good. Those could be added, and that makes it better. See, here is a perfect one given. This is here. See this line, this separation line, and this here, this here clear. This, these are all the same, and then these indent is given here. Work with a partner. Look at Henry's second draft. Henry revised and edited his paragraph after peer review. What difference? What is changes did Henry? It is easy for me to get ready for the day. My alarm clock wakes me up at 7 a.m. I get up and take shower, then I get dressed. I drive to school at 8:15 a.m. First I go to the cafeteria. I am very hungry in the morning. I eat cereal, fruits, eggs and toast. I drink juice and tea. I talk with my friends. Finally, I go to my class at 9 a.m. That is my morning routine. And yes, see the improvement they have brought here. See the margin here. Margin, 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 and margin here. Good work. Writing assignment. Step 1, pre-write and get an idea. So what you do, supposedly 7 a.m. get up, check phone, take shower, have a shave, or anything you do, take breakfast, get ready, comb your hair, go to the bus stop, wait for the bus comes, you get on the bus, get to the university, go to your class, finish your class, which class takes this much time. After your class you get to the cafeteria, eat breakfast there, or you could eat breakfast before coming to the school. Those things all are your pre-writes to get ideas. Take a sheet of paper and make a list of things that you do in the morning to get ready for the day. Begin the time you get up. Do not complete sentences, just take notes, write few words. Just write words. Work with a partner. Ask your partner, what do you do in the morning? Take turns describing your morning routines. Try to use the words from the box. First, then, next, after that, finally. So first, after first use then use next, and then after that, and then finally. And with finally, you finalize and finish your work. So now we come to the step 2. Write the first draft. Now choose a title for your paragraph. You can use one of these titles. Getting ready for the day. My morning routine. You can use one of these, or you can give any other fancy title for your routine. My daily routine. Begin your paragraph with a general statement about your morning's routine. Look at the writing model on page 23, 24, for example. So you look at the models there on page 23 and 24. So you see, these are the models getting ready for the day. I do many things to get ready for the day. My alarm goes off at 6:30 and I get up first, make coffee, then I take a shower. I get dressed, fix my hair and put my makeup at 7:15 a.m. I wake up my husband and my children. I help my children get dressed, then we have breakfast at 8 a.m. I walk my daughter to the school bus stop. After that, I drive my son to daycare. Finally, I go to school for my 9 a.m. class. That is my busy morning routine. The on page 23, this one was there. It is easy for me to get ready for the day. I wake up at 8 a.m. and I get up right away. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I get dressed and comb my hair. I check my phone for messages. Then I put it in my pocket. I put my books and my notebooks in my backpack. I leave my room at 8:50 a.m. I walk to the University Language Center. My first class is from 9 to 10:20 a.m. After the class, I am very angry. I go to the dining hall and eat breakfast with my friends. That is my morning routine. So continue your paragraph using your notes from step 1. So you do continue again your paragraph. Revise and edit the draft. Read your paragraph again. It may help you to read it out loud. If sometimes when you read it out loud, you hear it as well, and that's where you can get like kind of a second idea. It's like somebody else is like reading it for you, and that way you recognize problems you may have in there. Do peer review. Sit with a partner, exchange papers and give each other feedback. Follow the steps on the peer review worksheet. Remember to be honest and kind. Peer review worksheet. Your partner's name, content. Read all of your partner's paragraph. Underline any part of the paragraph you do not understand. Ask for your partner to explain it. Ask questions to get more information about your partner's morning routine. Format in language. Use a checklist of your partners. Make any problem on the paper in pencil. Check each item in the list as you finish. The heading. How was it? So as you check which one has a problem, the title has problem, the indenting has problem, the spacing has a problem, the period or the after every statement. Put a question mark if you are not sure about something. See Henry Lewis, first draft, page 39, for example, of how to mark a paper. See, here we saw that this one. How should one mark a paper? See, he wrote here margin, and then here spacing, then here an indent. The spacing there was a mistake. This spacing is right. This is right. This should have been written here, and this one here. This should have been written date there, and those things. That's how you can mark check your partner's written work. Return your partner's paper. Remember to say something nice about it. Everyone makes mistakes. We should not be ashamed of our mistakes, but although some people would, so it is not good to be prejudiced of someone. Uh, we should not judge each other. And so, if you do something, think some good things about a person would be very nice, because they would not feel totally bad. Sometimes it makes people feel bad that they would think that, oh, we haven't been able to do anything good. Look at your own paper. If you do not agree with the feedback on it, ask another student on your or your teacher. Mark any changes you want to make. Write a new draft. Take a new sheet of paper, write your second draft. Check your paragraph carefully. Then end it to your teacher. Writing tips. When you check for mistakes, read slowly. Sometimes using a ruler or a sheet of paper can help. Place it under the lines you are checking. Move the rulers down as you read. Look at the paragraph word by word, one line at a time. So you checking this paragraph, you see that is the adding the title there, and then these are the lines he has been added. Putting a ruler on each line, on the lines, like, and checking one line at a time. It's a very good idea. So let's finish up this chapter as well. We come to self-assessment. In this chapter, what we were supposed to learn: use correct page format for paragraph, identify and use different types of nouns. Write sentences with nouns and subject pronouns using simple present endings. Give feedback on a partner's first draft. Write, revise and edit paragraph about your morning routine. Okay, now it's your which ones can you do well? Mark them. Which ones do you need to practice more? Mark them. Use this mark if any of the topics you're doing well, and any of them you're not doing well, use X. So I think we are doing well in all of them as we did the exercises. Hey, on your own. You can do these things on your own. So write a paragraph about your sleep habits. You can use my sleep habits as a title. You can begin your paragraph with one of these sentences. I am happy with my sleep habits. My sleep habits are not good. Okay, you can either, if they are good, you say my sleep habits are good, I am happy with them, but you can say my sleep habits are not good. Use these questions to help you take notes before you begin writing your first draft. Follow. Do you get enough sleep? Or are you often tired? So do you? How many hours of sleep do you need? What time do you usually go to bed? What time do you usually get up? Are weekday and weekend nights the same or different? So how do you sleep during the weekdays and the weekends? Write your first draft. Ask a classmate to review your paragraph, or use the peer review worksheet on page 41 to help you revise and edit. Prepare a new draft and give it to your teacher. Now for your journal, what should you do? Continue making entries into your journal. Write as much as you can, write as often as you can. Do not worry about writing perfect sentences. Your journal entries are not formal compositions. A journal entry is like a message to a friend. You can think of it. Think of your own topic for your journal entries. If you cannot think of a topic for a journal entry, try one of these ideas, right? About a favorite food or drink, and where do you have it? Do you make it? Does someone else make it for you, or do you buy it? Draw a picture or put a photo in your journal, then write about it. Write about how you learn new words in English. Where do you find them? Do you write new words in a notebook? What kind of dictionary do you have? These are topics, 3 topics about learning English words, about a picture and talking about it. You can the page appendix in 193, or there are other topics that could be. And this is the page 193 it was. So we go to the so these are the topics. Again, page 193, you can choose any of these topics and write about them. Page 193. Alright. So hope you have got it. This is page 193 topics that you must choose from here, and for our next topic for us to read would be the chapter 3. And yes, till now we have had like 3 sessions of each chapter, and I've finished until now. Hope we can finish this subject and we could learn anything from this subject, from this book. Thank you for today, thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. Bye, see you next time.